Think we're good to go.
And I think that's enough time, couple of minutes for people to join. So, Vicky, take us off.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to the first Puff podcast, I guess we can call it, to the Puff community. First ever Dragon Guardian podcast. Biggie Bags here with you, along with several of our OGs and special guests today, the one and only Dragon Prime. You can see him there up on the screen, also known as Goo Goo Gaga. So we wanted to say first, thank you for everyone for this tremendous opportunity to be able to connect with the Puff community. It's an honor to share the space with you. The thought process behind this podcast is to continue to build on the outstanding relationship I think we've already fostered within the chats together, between the OGs, with Dragon Prime, and to be able to connect now on a deeper level, just to hear our voices, communicate, connect with us a little bit more, to hang out with you, get to know you all a bit better. I think all the OGs feel a deep sense of connection to the community. So that's the goal. Let's talk Puff. Let's talk about ideas to grow our community, to make it even more fun. Let's share some ideas, some strategies, etc. We're going to focus on the concept of acing, which VS will get into much more detail with you. And if you really start to think about what that stands for as he goes through it, I think you'll quickly realize we're hitting all of these goals really, really well. And a quick rundown on what to expect on today's episode. I want to start with introducing you to all the members of the OG team. As you know, we have VS here as well, to get a more deeper understanding of his background on a more personal level. Then going to move into discussing the Goldilocks game. We're about 19 hours out from that completing. So get an update there, talk about our strategy, your strategy, what we think is going to happen there. We then want to talk about what the OGs have been working on behind the scenes for the community to enhance it even further. And finally, just have some free fire topics, some Q&A discussions back and forth with the community, whether you want to come up and speak with us or just type some questions into the chat box. We do have some community award nominees, which we will be discussing a little bit later and voting on as a community. So we'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to join the conversation. Tell us about your experience so far and maybe what you'd like to see moving forward from this type of experience as a podcast. And we'll be hanging out a lot more together in the future with further episodes. Kind of a lot to cover on this first one because we're introducing all the OGs. But the goal is to, again, just hang out, maybe bring on some special guests in the future, talk about strategies on the upcoming games that should start maybe next week after the Goldilocks game ends. With that, I just want to bring CryptoCounselor up for a quick disclaimer.
Hello there, dragons. Everyone can hear me okay?
Yep.
I'm just giving a quick reminder that this voice chat is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing said in this podcast should be taken as financial advice, whether related to Puff or otherwise. Also, while I am a lawyer, I am not your lawyer, and nothing I say should be taken as legal advice, unless, of course, you pay me some predetermined and substantial sum in Puff. Finally, just remember that only VS is a member of the core team at Puff. So the Dragon Guardians, though we're Puff enthusiasts, we're not privy to any special information about Puff. Neither the token, the chapters of his journey, or any of the games or partnerships that may take place within Chapter 3 and beyond. So we're all working from the same information that you are. So unless stated explicitly otherwise by any of us in the chat or during this voice conversation, take anything we say as pure speculation and at best unreliable musings of Puff fanatics and crypto degenerates just like yourselves. Thank you.
Excellent. So quick introductions. I will start with VS and then introduce you to the rest of the team here with us. Also known as, of course, you've seen him in the chats, Goo Goo Gaga, aka VS. Many of the OGs were really convinced on two theories regarding VS. Number one, it's possible that he may have been bit by a vampire due to the fact that this man only needs probably about 20 to 25 minutes of sleep per day, or Number two, he's partying really hardcore inside the meth lab nightly with Puff, resulting in his extraordinary stamina that he never seems to get tired. He never seems to sleep. I'm not sure he even comes out in the sunlight. But what you should really know about VS on a more serious note, this is the man you want leading your community: intelligent, genuine, trustworthy, cares deeply about each and every one of you in the community. And under his tremendous leadership and guidance, we are taking Puff to meme 2.0. There is nothing like this on the crypto market right now. We're certainly setting the standard. I think we're just getting started, and Dragon Prime will not disappoint. He's become a mentor for the OGs, and as we've all gotten to know him over the last several weeks, considered to be a friend as well. So as I mentioned, doesn't require much sleep, super productive. Yes, the mic is yours. Introduce yourself, and please, it would be great to share your vision for Puff.
Yeah, thank you, Biggie, for that. Thank you, CryptoCounselor, as well. And thank you all for being here and for believing in us. Otherwise, you wouldn't be, tuning in this time. First, I want to say that I am humbled, I am privileged, I am honored to be able to be allowed again. I've said this in the Twitter spaces by Jordi, to follow my life's calling, to lose myself in the music, in the moment, to own it, and we better never let it go. We only get one shot, so we shouldn't miss our chance to blow, because Puff and this opportunity comes once in a lifetime. And if my vision and your vision is accomplished, you will see what I mean. And I'm happy to expand, but I don't want to steal too much time from the AMA. Many of you, but I do want to talk a little bit about myself briefly. I've been in crypto since 2016 through Bitcoin mainly. Went through pretty much everything that has happened in the space ever since. Lost a lot of money, made a lot of money, lost even more money, made even more money. But to be honest, I'm financially independent because of the business that I have, not because of crypto. I mean, I make a decent amount, or for my family, I should say. And this is something that I want people that say that, oh, he's going to dump on us or he's going to trick us. Like, I really don't have, I wouldn't put my reputation as a university professor, which is one of my backgrounds, a business psychology professor at George Mason University. My background is industrial organizing psychology. I wouldn't put my company, Yield Platinum, which I'm a co-founder, my wife. We do Web2 consulting, and now we're in Web3 in human capital management area. We do some art and NFTs and stuff like that. And of course, Dragon Prime, Goo Goo, right? That's my third role. And I wouldn't be doing all of these things if I really didn't believe in Puff and what we're trying to build. Because what everybody needs to understand in crypto, and many people have said it before me, much smarter people than me, attention is everything. Attention is money. Every day, trillions of dollars are being spent to capture, to control, to command people's attention. And at Puff, we are the only protocol that I know of that is pure community. It's not product. It's not a lending and borrowing protocol. Yes, we have MethLab, and that's important, but that's MethLab. And Puff is a very inexplicable part of that, right? But at its core, if you think about it, Puff is community, an async community. And whenever we have communities, and I try to run Puff in my role, as I run a Fortune 500 company in Web2 consulting, and the Guardians can attest to that through and many of you that went through the selection process for VOGs, we had over 70 interviews that I took with people one-on-one. We had questionnaires, we had a structured interview, we had the CVs, we have lots of things, because we take this seriously. Because these guys are not moderators, they're community leaders, and I will say that again and again and again. But I don't want to take too much time, since I did mention about it briefly. Let me mention my personal vision about Puff. This is not Jordi speaking, this is not Puff speaking, this is Via speaking. I want to be crystal clear about this. My thesis is that attention is money. So if I build something here at Puff that garners the attention of people through an altruistic community of innovation, nobility, and gain. These 5 core values, that's my framework. This is the big 5 organizational culture according to science. That's my framework, my personal framework that I apply what I like in Web 2, now in Web 3. And if we are able to associate ourselves and brand ourselves as this, everybody on Mantle is going to want to be our friends and partner with us. Everybody in Ethereum, in Solana, in Cosmos, in all the other L2s, and all the other new blockchains, Monad, etc., are coming, are going to want to partner with us. And when the time comes in the next 5 years for Web 2 to join the party, which Web 2 is here, I was a token. I spoke to people from Google, for example. I know people at Facebook. I have friends that work in these companies, PhD friends. When they want to come to Web 3, they don't have a Web 3 community. They have a Web 2 product, and then they might have a Web 3 product, but they don't have community. And where are they going to look around and see? They're going to look around and see us at Puff. And everybody's going to be friends with us, because Puff will be able to capture the attention of everyone. And that, my friends, is priceless. And that is something that the market has not really priced in. The market is so inefficient in crypto. You guys know this. But it catches up. It's not stupid, and it will catch up. And I think we'll be at GN Z11 when we capture and we are able to execute on this vision. So that's what we do at Puff. We have a game theory, masterfully crafted by Jordi. Chapter 1, NFTs, airdrops. We're onboarding people. We're teaching people. I know some of you are, most of you are probably crypto natives. You know this, that it's your bread and butter, but it's not for everyone. The vast majority is not us. The vast majority is people outside of here, right? Crypto. But I believe that crypto is the future. This blockchain technology, the finance, DeFi, that's going to be the norm, ubiquitous phenomenon in our society in the next 10 years, maybe 20 years. I don't know. Hope it's sooner than later. We have made strides. We have, passed light years ahead, especially with the Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF hopefully coming up next year. We are finally, the institutions are here, right? There's lots of money coming in. You can see it every day. I don't need to talk about it. So we need to onboard people for them to have a safe experience, right? Because people right now, my friends in Cyprus, my cousins, my family, 9 out of 10 of them think that crypto is a scam. Why? Because we have SBF, because we had, it was an experiment, Luna, UST experiment, respect, that's different. But we have a bad name, unfortunately. Lots of rugs, right? And the preset, as I write inside Ideas, the preset mode on people is one of skepticism, one of cynicism, one of distrust, which is ironic because we invented this technology because we couldn't trust one another. And here we are using it and we still don't trust one another, right? But that's crypto, 95% of it perhaps, according to me. But the 5%, the good things about crypto, I think that those are here to stay. And I want to be a part of those. And I want to be one of those 5 things that stay out of 100 and honor forever together. Okay? Together forever, I should say. So that's my vision, personal as Goo Goo Belga. And if Jordi allows me and I execute on this vision, we have a top-notch development team, top-notch, I tell you. I'm not going to say there won't be any issues at any point in time. Every protocol has hiccups, life has hiccups. That's life, get over it, right? But we are honest, we are genuine, we're trustworthy, we are credible, we are reliable, and I am doxed, right? And we put a lot of time, effort, blood, and sweat, tears in this project. And as long as I'm here, that is the vision I'm going to be executing. Onboarding people through chapter to chapter, that is masterfully crafted again by Jordi. Chapter 1, NFT mint, that's what it was basically, right? Airdrops. Chapter 2, staking. People don't know what staking is. We're going to have more that comes and explains all of that. Chapter 3, bonding. Oh, you get blue magic. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can play. Oh, cool. I can win and I can get blue magic back. And, I can only win. If I play, if I don't play, I don't, whatever. That's the realizations that we want people to make. And then there's chapter 4 and chapter 5 and chapter 6. And I'm so excited, not just for this journey, but what will happen after the journey. So I've set it up. I've taken probably a good 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to shut that. I'll give people the opportunity in the future to ask me questions, and I'll have live AMAs just with me for people to come in and ask any question they want, personal or not personal. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing. I have everything to, to win here with Puff and the position that I am in, that Yorti has put us in. So that's what I'll say. And see this blue magic, blue mystic potion. And I'll give it back to Biggie, and then we can go on. Biggie, go for it.
Yeah, thanks, Dragon Prime. Thank you for that introduction. Quick audience question for you. You have the title of Dragon Prime. Are you able to take that title home with you in the household? Are you the Dragon Prime? Now, before you answer, just remind you, this is being recorded.
I am so happy you mentioned this, and I am so bad, and for not saying this in my intro. I would not be where I am without my wife, my dragon wife. We have an 11-year-old girl, dragon daughter. We have a 9-year-old dragon boy. We have a 1-year-old dragon baby. She's an artist. I'm the scientist of the family, and she takes care of the kids, cooks. I would not be where I am. Last night I was supposed to be here at 8 p.m. I came here at like 10 or something, right? And this happens quite frequently, and I'm so blessed and very thankful to my wife, which is actually, I can see her right now, and she does this. She means the world to me. But yeah, if it wasn't for her support, her understanding, I would not be here. And you guys that are married and have kids, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Great. You gave the right answer. You will not get slayed. Quick introduction on myself. I came on board with the other OGs about 2 months ago. Some of you may know me from my Biggie Telegram channel or the Puff related walkthrough videos that I have on YouTube. In fact, that's how I came onto the Puff radar screen for an opportunity. When Puff was just getting started, I was creating some helpful walkthrough videos to help people understand how to bridge over to Mantle, how to come on board with Puff. And that's when Vias reached out to me. I went through a bunch of intense interviews with him. And as I learned more and more about the project, its vision, its strategy, its innovation, some of its disruptive ideas, and educated myself on who Yordi Alexander was, I knew right away I wanted to be a part of it. And what makes it so special is the community. I mean, Puff really represents you. I've been in and around crypto for many years, and I've never been a part of anything like this or seen anything like this. So I truly believe we're setting a new standard. I love the interaction with you all, the support and love I've received back. And I'm thankful for that, as I know all the rest of us here are as well. And the team is constantly grinding behind the scenes on how to make it even better. And with that, I want to introduce you to the next member of the team. I think you all know him. He's ever present on the chat. His name is Blockhead. I've had the opportunity now to get to know Blockhead for the last couple of months. This is one of the most genuine, friendly, helpful guys that I've ever met. Block, we're all glad that you are part of the OG Guardian team. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience so far with the community.
Kind words, Biggie. Thank you very much. I'm from the UK. I live in Denmark most of the time. Split my time a little bit. I'm just really pleased to be part of the Puff community. Excited to be part of it. Excited for the journey ahead. I've been in crypto for a few years now. I'm excited about the tech as well as, I guess, the potential. Excited to see where crypto will be in 5 years, in 10 years. I think it's kind of groundbreaking and it's going to change the world. That's why I want to be part of it. I've got a background in project management. I've always been around jobs revolving around building teams, which is my passion, which is what I love doing. Before Puff, I was running a node for another protocol, that tech side I enjoy as well. So kind of the mix of the innovation and the community is what kind of drives me. Apart from that, I love electronic music. I love sport. And I love meeting new people. So yeah, perfect place for me to be here at Puff. Thanks, Biggie.
Yeah, thank you for that, Block. One quick question for you. In your household, I've heard the rumor that you are now only known by and referred to by friends and family as OG Dragon Guardian.
I'm being trolled. Yeah, I'm being trolled by my lovely wife and daughter. I've got 2 daughters and a son, 19, 17, and 9, and my long-suffering wife. But yeah, obviously the last few weeks have been pretty intense with getting the Puff community moving and the hours we're putting in on the chat. So yeah, I've definitely been labelled as the OG Dragon Guardian here, and now they're obsessed with making memes about every meeting I have to go to, or every part of the journey that we're on. So yeah, it's Blue Potion memes and cars swerving off the road to get to dragon meetings. But yeah, it's fun in the household at the moment.
Well, now on to the next Dragon Guardian, one of the masters of game conspiracy theories and strategy, another unique talent you guys all know, the one and only Jordan Coleman. He is certainly a Puff fan favorite, the guy I turn to whenever I have game questions. Really strong on the DeFi, very knowledgeable. Again, I think he's an amazing talent. So JC, just like to take a moment to introduce yourself to the community.
Hey, my name is Jordan. I work in software. Specifically, I do software analyst works for like an automation company. And my goal for this crypto bull run is to pay off my house because I might be trying to move to a different country.
I still like that idea.
Next. Are you trying to start with Jordan?
Yeah, if you show me a potential wife, I definitely will take a flight over there anytime.
I will come back to you with that.
Next up, another top talent. We have a Hero. Hero is what we call kind of the Swiss Army knife within the group. Hero can do absolutely anything. He is great with community help, with any Puff-related questions, ideas, solving problems, ticket support that may need help with, lots of creative, fresh ideas, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the podcast. Hero, you want to take a moment to quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Biggie. Hi, guys. I'm from Ireland. I started off in traditional finance, and I'm now pretty much engrossed in DeFi. I took a bit of a weird route to get here. I've been involved in a lot of different variety of pursuits and professions over the course of my career. I've been a poker player, actuary. I've been a strength coach. I've been a handstands coach. I used to mow lawns. I've done a lot of stuff. But I'm in DeFi now, but I'm ashamed to say that my curiosity in Web3 actually began with the metaverse, so shame on me. But I quickly transitioned anyway into DeFi when I discovered just the immense amount of opportunity and innovation in the space. And my passion is helping beginners to DeFi learn about and understand complex topics. So that's where VS picked me up. I'd been doing a few social media posts, breaking down things like liquidity pools and SVD swaps and butter perps and things like that. So yeah, I went through the same process as the rest of the guys with VS once he noticed me. And I'd been involved in Mantle for a few months, trying out all their different apps. And I recognize a few of the members of the wider Mantle community in the audience here. So when I kind of heard that Puff was going to be the meme coin for Mantle, yeah, I was pretty much all in. So when I got the call from VS, that was it. I was 100% on board.
Excellent. One of the first things I've learned from Hero, I'm a big Guinness beer fan. And for some reason here in America, I was always told in Ireland, the Irish drink their Guinness beer room temperature. So I always believed that for the last, 5-10 years. And when I asked Hero, I found out, in fact, that's bullshit. An Irish drink their Guinness ice cold, just like the rest of their beers. So
It's not the first thing. It's sacrilege. It's like in Ireland.
So all the beers are
Oh
cold.
wait, you can't have room temperature again. It has to be chilled.
What's the ideal temperature?
Ideal temperature, I don't know. Ideal in degrees Celsius. Maybe you're in Fahrenheit, so I don't know, 4 to 6 degrees, maybe something. I don't know. I don't have a good sense of what temperature should be. It's just I know instinctively as an Irishman what it should be.
Well, at least I found the truth out. Thank you for that. The next OG really needs no introduction. He is a man of many nicknames here by the OGs. We all love him. Us OGs most love it most when he gets frustrated, and we love to follow along his chat dialogues. But CC, as we call him, a crypto counselor, as evident by the Puff community, is a star. He is valued tremendously. He is actually a very patient man. Will take all the time you need to solve any issues you have. Just don't test his patience. You don't want to mess with the Council of Carnage. You may get muted, possibly banned, lifetime banned. You really don't know. He is kind of along the lines of the more you F around, the more you find out line. And but he is one of our favorites here, and we cherish him very much. Crypto Counselor, could you give a quick introduction?
Sure, Biggie. Thank you for the intro. Yeah, I'm really not that bad. I promise. It's just compared to all the other guys here, everyone's so goddamn nice that I feel like I'm the only one ever banning anyone. I got to get in there and tell some people to shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm based out of the U.S. As you all know, I am actually a lawyer. I specialize in copyright, trademark, data privacy, data licensing, general statutory regulation around the usage and data issues. So it was a natural progression for me from my legal work to crypto. I think I bought my first crypto about 7-ish years ago. It was XRP. I can hear all the audible groans, even though you're all muted. Luckily, though, I was able to, anticipate the lawsuit coming and sell before the deep red candle. So I actually made a little bit of money on XRP. So that was nice. So technically crypto is a hobby for me, but it's a hobby that takes up an inordinate amount of my time. And I'm, happy to be here and helping out in the Puff community, even if my role tends to be heavily favored toward the banhammer. So anyway, thanks guys. Thanks, Biggie.
Yeah, thank you, CC. And he's actually the one person in the group that always keeps the OGs based. And whenever we have issues we want to talk about, he levels us out, keeps us calm. So a valued member of the community and as part of the OGs as well. So moving forward, quick check-in on where we are with the Goldilocks update. A lot closer than I expected it to be. We have Puff sitting at right around 4.6 billion, Shaka second place 6.08 billion, and Sefu 6.8 billion. So pretty close. There's still about 5 billion blue magic tokens left, but also keep in mind the potency is down to 40%. And we have just about 19 hours left. So I would think sometime US time or East Coast where I am tomorrow afternoon, this should wrap up. My strategy going into this, I originally was going to go Biggie balls all in straight into, I wasn't sure, but I was just going to pick one and go with it. But I changed it to a strategy of 40% Shaka, 40% Sefu, and 20% Puff. So I don't know how much this can change with what's remaining and with the time remaining. It may end up playing out just as the way we see it now. But just a quick pass around the group, kind of got to get your strategies, where you think it may end up, was your strategy going into it. So Block, if you want to start us off.
I just probably going to ruin what JC's going to say, but I went with JC and I just thought I'm so busy in chat, I haven't got time to be working out all these strategies, so I just split it. I didn't go 30, 33, 33, 33. I went 39, 33, 28, thereabouts, just so I would kind of guarantee an even drop, whichever wins. So I'm rooting for you all.
How about you, Dragon Prime? What was your strategy going into it?
I have to echo Block's comment. I mean, time is limited in my life. I have so many things going on. Not only Puff, although most of my time is at Puff. And I had to left curve it, man. I had to go with my emotion, my gut. So I put 50% on Puff. I put 25% on Shaka and 25% on Sefu. I knew the most important thing for me, if I'm going to left curve it, is time. So immediately, as soon as it was done, I just did it. So that was my own strategy. Whatever happens on my way there, I'm going to win something. I'm definitely not losing. So yeah, rock on.
Any tokens remaining, or you're all in?
What do you mean?
You have any tokens left to deposit, or are you fully in? Blue Magic tokens?
No. I just put it all in. Maybe I'll buy more and put more in, but I'll see.
Okay. All right, Jordan, how about you, JC?
Yeah, like Block just said 39% Puff, 33% Shaka, 28% Seafood. Reason why I did that is gives me a pretty average return no matter who wins. If Sefu wins, I think I'll get the most. I know there's a lot of people, I'm going to shout them out in chat, that did 50-50 Sefu and Shaka. It's looking good for you guys. I hope no curveballs come because, I probably will time some people out if you complain in chat. So,
how do you think it's going to end up? How do you see it resulting now with 19 hours left to go?
I mean, honestly, I think Shaka's going to win. Like, I don't see many possibilities unless there's like a huge buy and they put it into one pot. So I think the most likely outcome is the one that's going to happen.
DC?
Hey, yeah, I have absolutely no interest in sharing what it is I did.
It's a secret. We'll find out. Will we find out at the end?
You'll tell us to put everything in the winning pots. You'll tell us to put everything in the winning pots.
That's right. I look like if you missed a thing.
We're going to think it's brilliant. There he is.
I'm not falling for it. How about you, Hero?
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know what I went into because I kind of love thinking about this stuff. So I gave it a little bit of time because I thought that people would just throw a BMT into it straight away without maybe fully considering how things are going to play out. So I waited until about 90% and I saw that Puff was lagging quite far behind. So then for me, it was between Shaka and Sefu. In my mind, I was thinking, okay, at 520 METH or whatever, however much is in that wallet, is that going to deposit some tokens and try to kind of play the game a little bit or mess it up for people? I said no, it won't. So I went 60% in Shaka straight at that point, and then I waited for another maybe 5% potency to go down, and I was on the verge of going 100% Shaka, but then I chickened out and went 40% Sefu. So yeah, I thought Shaka was going to catch up a bit quicker to Sefu, but no, it seems that people are still putting money into Sefu or BMT into Sefu. So yeah, 60-40 Shaka Sefu.
You think it's going to end up just the way it is right now?
I think so. I think the potency is too low for anyone to make a significant effect, and I don't think there are enough whales there that are talking to each other to coordinate an attack, I suppose.
Unless a new buyer comes in right at the last moment.
That's the one thing that could happen, and it would actually be quite fun for the last day if that did happen. Someone just deposits a shitload of EMT in and just decides to shake it up. But yeah, there'll be a lot of annoyed people in chat if there's a last minute surge from Puff. I think Puff people will be very, very happy. Shaka and Sefu people won't be so happy.
Yeah, looking forward to discussing the final result tomorrow in the chat with everyone. I wish you all the best of luck. Moving forward, just want to give you a little bit of insight of what the OG team has been working on internally, kind of projects we want to bring forward to the community, ways that we can enhance the community, contests that we wanted to speak about. I think Dragon Prime is trying to get us some Puff prizes, right, for these contests moving forward. So want to speak to you about a couple of them, get your ideas on this. If you can start us off, Block, talk about the meme contest that we're thinking about starting really soon.
Yeah, we'd like to get a meme contest going on the Discord. I know that CC's been looking at ways that we can judge all of the competitions that we're looking at, and I'm sure CC can talk us through that. But yeah, we just want to open it up for comedy memes about Puff, about the team, about other members of the community. The meme should express Puff culture and community. I think that's the aim. Funny memes that we can use in marketing, that we can use in the community, and that will just kind of evolve with us as we carry on the journey. And they'll be judged on creativity, comedy, substance, quality of the meme message, relevance, and uniqueness. Try and make it original. Hopefully, we'll be able to launch this quite soon. But yeah, really excited to see what creativity can come out of the community, really. There's been some good ones already. I've started to keep an eye on Pop-Up Pass, and yeah, excited to see what's gonna be created. So that's the first one. That's going to be the comedy memes.
And I think the goal was to try to release a new meme contest with each chapter. So maybe a comedy meme. I know we've had some really good music tracks released that I've seen over the last few weeks. So I think we're also going to run a music meme contest and then finally an art contest. And we're thinking maybe a Puff around the world, maybe pictures with Puff in different parts of the world, since we have members from all over the globe, and maybe run them tournament style where we can get the community voting in. So depending on how many submissions we get, whether we start it with maybe 64 or 32, and have a tournament style where we can have community voting towards each bracket and work our way down to the final stages and select a winner. And of course, there will be Puff prizes awarded for each of these 3 meme contests. So we should be kicking off the first one, I think, by hopefully the next week or two, or maybe as we get into the next chapter. Another idea that we are thinking of opening up really soon is poker night with Puff. So running a Texas-style tournament for Puff prizes. And Hero, if you can talk to them a little bit about that, that'd be great.
Yeah, so we'll be setting up a Texas Hold'em poker tournament soon, with prizes, of course, as Biggie just mentioned. So game theory is one of the central themes to Puff. So poker is really just one of the perfect games to maybe exemplify that, and to reward people who are skilled at, thinking about game theory. And we'll have 2 tournaments. So I know some of you might not be that experienced in poker, so we'll have one that has like a faster structure. So essentially means that the tournament will be over a bit quicker, but it means that if you're a new player, luck plays a little bit more of a factor, so you could easily do quite well. And then we'll also have a slower structure tournament where the luck element is still there, but skill plays a much bigger factor. So yeah, so we're going to run 2 tournaments. Each one will have prizes, and yeah, I think that the short one might take an hour, max 2. The longer one might take a bit more. So yeah, be prepared to put aside some time for the longer one. And maybe, I don't know, we'll even get Jordy to play one of them, since he has a pretty strong background in poker. So it'll be interesting to see if he can take one of them down and keep the puff for himself.
That's right. Maybe we can have a separate prize for the person who can eliminate him in the tournament. Go all in on Jordy.
That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, bounty
on
Jordy would
Yeah.
Bounty on Jordy.
Yeah, it would be awesome if we have a final table and Jordy's at that table with community members, with other Dragon friends. And that's definitely something I would watch any day, anytime.
And maybe there's
no promises, but I'll try and persuade him to do it. I think he mentioned he would like to maybe do chess with someone. But yeah, we'll see. So
we got prizes coming forward for the meme contest. We'll start Puff's Poker Night, pretty soon we have some ideas for some trivia games that we will run. And I think we may do those live during the next podcast together. So a trivia style game where we can bring some of the community up, some crypto related, puff related questions that we can ask, or maybe follow the concept, if you guys are familiar with the game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire styles, that kind of have brackets and tiers as you continue to risk the puff prize and try to climb your way up the ladder. And we naming it Who Wants to Be a Puffinaire instead of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we'll do that live. I think that'll be exciting for the group to watch, and maybe have an audience member be able to phone a friend and get some help from the audience and make it a really collaborative, fun approach together. So these are some of the things the team and I are working on behind the scenes, always grinding, trying to find ways to make the community more fun and more interactive together. I think that about covers it. So from here, we just want to share with you some community awards and nominations that we've put together on a couple of different categories that we want to share with you. And we'll do some voting over the next few days with these nominees, and maybe get some puff prizes out to the winners as well. And a couple of categories here. You have one or two you want to share?
Yeah, so the first category we have is funniest dragon. The two people, there's going to be two nominees, and you guys in the community will select the winner. The first nominee is Eagle X. You might not recognize that name straight away because Eagle X likes to change their username every couple of days and pretty much troll the community in a funny way, I think. So Eagle X is currently known as Dragon Core, and then our second nominee is Newman. So Newman is just funny. Eagle X is troll funny. So it'll be your choice between those two. That's the first category. The second category, I personally think this is going to be a landslide victory, but I don't want to bias it too much. The nominees here are OG Dragon Guardian, CryptoCounselor. He's nominee number 1. Nominee number 2 is Sefu. So Sefu, some of you might feel maybe aggrieved if you've put your BMT in Sefu's bag and he doesn't win, might influence you to vote for him. But yeah, they're the two nominees there.
And that category again was for rudest, right?
That was for rudest.
Okay.
Rudest, yes.
And you have one more?
Yes, the next one is Biggest Whale. Biggest Whale is between Consigliere and Belinda. So
That's a good one.
you got the Biggest Whale.
I see Belinda. She's rocking some puff merch, t-shirts, hoodies. Even VS has his on. And we haven't gotten any OG Guardians, nothing.
Yeah, this is a shout out to Belinda Shards. Hey, Belinda. And I want to take this opportunity and suggest the winner of this contest, or maybe both of the finalists. Perhaps they can sponsor benevolently some puff for the community. That will be awesome. And yeah, there will be something to see. But yeah, no pressure to any of the two. But yeah, let's see what happens. Excited.
I think we all want some puff merch. Maybe that's the next thing we need to start speaking about. A nice puff hoodie would be great. Block, you have a couple more categories for us?
Yep, we've got the best detective. So we know a lot of strategy going on at Puff, and we've got quite a few community members that like to try and dig into the stories, get in and do some research and try and get everybody a little step ahead in the game. So the first nominee is Melissa. Those of you that know Melissa know that she's married to Rogue. So we've got a married couple in the community as well. But Melissa is chief detective for that family. So the first nominee is Melissa. Second nominee is our very own Jordan. His research might take us off on some tangents sometimes, but he loves to dig deep, and he's our second nominee in that category of best detective. The next category is the most bullish, and we've got two guys up here. We've got Michael Scott, Mr. Nitro, my wingman. He every post I make, he lights me up, which I love. But yeah, he is very bullish. There he goes. He's already there with his lights. There he is. But yeah, we've got Michael Scott and we've got Bob is cool. Now, some of you might be surprised at that because the messages come across mixed sometimes, but trust me, Bob is cool is bullish, and he is our second nominee in that category. We've got Bob is cool and Michael Scott.
All right. And JC, I think we have one or two more categories, right?
Yeah, we do. Just give me a second. Okay. So the next category is the most helpful. First up, we have Aslan. He's amazing in the chats. Like most of the time when I go to answer a question, my man has Twitter fingers for real. So he answers them in 0.2 seconds flat. Huge help to the community in general, especially the OGs. Anybody in general that is helping and is really pushing that ASIN mentality, that's exactly what we want. And big shout out to Aslan for doing that. And the second up is Rogue. Rogue, same thing, Twitter figures as well. And he's on at all times, most of the day, helping new people that are new to Puff or even handling and answering the hard questions as well. So big shout out to both of them. The next category, creative genius. These are people who go above and beyond to help in creating images, providing information to the community that allows us to have a better understanding of Puff in general. So our first nomination is Hazab from OG Dragon Guardians. Like I said, he goes above and beyond. His knowledge about DeFi is a deep cut. Like I go to him and ask him about technical stuff that I'm even not sure about. And then we have Micro, and he's the data god, right? I personally DM Micro all the time for information on data about who is staking, what percentage is staking, how much are people staking, who has red potions, who have green potions. And every time I go to Micro, he puts in the hours to dive into the queries to find that information. And not only is he doing that, he's also sharing that to the community.
Yeah, he's awesome. Agree. Great nominees there. All the nominees, all the categories. So we'll throw them up in the Discord for voting, have the community vote on them over the next couple of days, have some winners picked out for the community to celebrate. And from here, that's pretty much a quick overview of where we are as a community, what projects we're working on, the introductions we got through with everyone, where we are with the Goldilocks game. So from here, just like to open up the Q&A to the audience, whether you want to come up and speak with us or maybe some questions in the chat, and take that for the next few minutes. We'd love to interact with you all. So if you're interested, just raise your hand. We'll call you up, or if there's questions you just want to throw into the chat, that's fine too.
I also want to say one more thing. Also, Haza for the music. He makes some amazing music as well. I forgot to add that in there. So consider that when you're voting as well.
He does. We hope to have him here on the next OG Dragon podcast with us, so you guys can all meet him live.
Just on the back of that, Biggie, with the music and the music competition that we're going to have, I forgot to say that there will be two categories. So there will be AI-based music submissions, but there will also be artist submissions as well. So if you're a songwriter, if you're a musician, then there'll be a space for that as well. And we'd love to encourage you to write some original songs as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's also an opportunity to highlight your music creativity, and maybe it goes viral. Maybe you win the contest, it goes on the Puff socials, it catches on. So it's a great opportunity, not just to win some prizes here with Puff, but to get some great visibility within the community and outside the community as well.
It looks like maybe the raise hand is disabled. So instead of raising your hand, if you just want to comment in the chat that you'd like to take this stage, then we can invite you to speak. Thanks.
I enabled it again so people can request.
Okay, great.
Okay, well, maybe it seems like maybe We don't have any hands raised. So no questions.
How about in the chat? Any chat questions?
Say it. I'll leave it to your imagination, Zoot.
Roll, go raise his hand, so, and Phil as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring them up.
What's up, Phil?
Phil, if you're trying to chat, we can't hear you.
Yeah, make sure your mic's turned on.
Dude, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we go. Yep.
All right, there we go. What's going on, guys?
Welcome on board.
Thanks for hosting the great AMA. Biggie, you're an amazing host. You're fluent and good at your hosting. I don't know what the word is. Thanks for everyone else's introductions. That was awesome. I just had one question. I still haven't gotten my oath. So how can I? Is there a plan for that?
Uh-oh. Okay, so I might ban you automatically. You may get automatically banned.
Sorry, I had to do it.
DC, that's all you.
The oats are in the mail, so
There you
expect
go.
anytime.
We were going to have a segment for Gripe of the Week. That would definitely have been it.
The Galaxy Shit Show.
Yeah.
But we did get it sorted out at the end, and everyone should have received their Puff Award with the raffle. So we're glad that we were able to fix it. Community was on top of it, as well as all the OGs. We did get that sorted out. But yeah, that was a tough one for a while, but we did get it worked out. Thanks for the question.
And I should say that we'll be releasing a tool where people can check their wallet and whether they got the airdrop. So I'm going to release that probably tomorrow. It was intentionally delayed because we want the attention to be on the game and the discussions to be surrounded on that. So I'll say an announcement tomorrow and I'll share it with you guys so you can use it.
Excellent. Good to know. Looks like we have Rogue up on the stage with us.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good, man. Didn't really have a question. I just took the opportunity with no one else asking that I just thought I would pop up and say what an absolutely fantastic job all of you are doing.
We appreciate that. And likewise back to you. We appreciate all your help and support with the community. When there are times when there's not an OG around, if I see that you are on the Discord, I think we all feel comfortable keeping the community safe. So we see that, we appreciate that, and we thank you for those efforts.
It's not a problem at all. As I said back at the start when I first joined, if I see something in this project and I want it to succeed, the only way is to help. And yeah, just
Right.
proud to be here.
Where are you from, Rogue? You have an interesting accent.
I was born in Edinburgh, but I live North England at the moment.
England, okay. Great. Well, thank you for coming up. And again, thank you for all your efforts and support of the project. Really appreciate it.
Not a problem
Yeah,
at all.
thank you,
Thank you all very much.
Yeah, I want to echo that. Thank you, Rogan. And I'm glad, as I said, we have people that espouse the async values. That's important for us, and we want more people like you. And I'm sure we're going to get them. There's good people out there. They're just looking for a shelter in crypto, and the Puff is that. And much more.
It absolutely is. And you can see how strong this community is. You just look at the price action of Puff. Even while the whole market was bleeding red, we are continuing to remain healthy. We're continuing to remain strong. And that's all because of the community that we built. No one's cheating the project. Everyone knows we're here for the long run. We'll make it through this little hiccup here in the market right now, work our way back up. But it's pretty evident to see this project isn't going anywhere. When you see numerous projects come and go, or maybe over the last week or two, as the market has gone red, we haven't moved. So it's a great indication of the future.
just saw Igor jump up, and then Ernest is up.
Ernest, well,
Hey guys, can you hear me?
yeah.
All right, hey, yeah. So just hopping up here, more or less just echoing Rogue sentiment. Love the project. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. You know, I'm here for the long haul, and of course, if you guys ever need anything, I'm here. I'm here to help, guys. So, just grateful to be a part of this project, be a part of this community, this pacing community. Be clear about that. So, yeah, keep up the good work.
Thanks, Ernest.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you for answering questions in chat and stuff too. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anytime. I'm not on all the time, but when I'm on, I'm happy to help, guys. You know it.
I know you got a business and a family, so yeah, I definitely get it.
That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Community support, helping each other grow, helping each other learn, helping each other educate. That's what it's all about here.
Yep. Looking forward to the journey ahead, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Ernest.
Igor, I wanted to give you another chance to speak if you want, so I just invited you if you want to jump on the stage again.
Any questions too on the chat? I'm not sure if anyone's watching that.
Nope. No questions on the chat.
Okay.
All right. I think we're probably going to wrap.
Yeah, there's people who will
Here we
speak.
go.
Hello guys, I like your project. I have a question. Are you planning to make a large collection of NFT?
Good one. Yes, you should take that one.
I mean, I would refer you, thank you for your question. I would refer you to the Twitter spaces that we did with the core team, with Jordi the other day. And I think there is plans for that in the near future, right? During the journey. So we'll see. But if it comes after the journey, it's not my fault, okay? It's whatever Jordi says. I want to be crystal clear about that.
Okay, thanks.
You have a question?
Yeah, thanks
Yeah, I
for
see the
inviting me back on stage. I don't know why I got kicked off before, but I don't really have a question. I just wanted to use the stage to thank everyone. Everyone knows probably in the Goldilocks game, I was trying to drive a community effort strategy, and I just want to thank everyone that like believed in me and in the strategy, and took the courage to commit for the greater good of the community and so we could achieve something together. So, but it was really, the people that like first, I don't know, took the courage and stepped out and went into it. I really want to thank those people and everyone that, it led to a snowball effect and everything. Who knows if it'll work? It's still, a long time away, but so far it's been fun. So thanks everyone that I couldn't have done it without you. I couldn't have done it by myself, obviously. So I just want to thank those people, the believers.
It's looking good, Phil.
How do you think, Phil? How do you think it's gonna play out? Do you think there might be a massive puff by at the end to rug you by some random whale wallet or not?
Yes, I mean, the way it's sitting right now, I like the way it's sitting, but honestly, I'm like when we had that big 420 buy a few weeks ago, I feel like there might be something, like a big move that like that like we can't foresee. There could be something like that happening, but that's not something you could predict. I'm just using the information that's in front of me, and what's in front of me right now is looking good, but I don't know, miracles could happen, I guess.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I was operating as well just on the information I had, and I think in my heart I didn't think that someone a puff team wallet or some wallet that was going to meddle with the competition. I thought they'd leave it to the community to see where the equilibrium kind of went, but I still had a nagging suspicion in the back of my head something might happen, so we'll see.
I see Fonda.algo. Let's come on stage too.
Yeah, I've invited him.
Phil. I have a question for Phil though before he goes. Phil? No, he went. What was the What was the strategy exactly? Because I think I missed it. I'm sorry for that. But what was the strategy that he used?
Bill's strategy was to put to organize the community and put 50-50 into Shaka and Sefu's bags, which would essentially leave Puff too far behind for any whale to, manipulate the game. And I would say he did a pretty good job of rallying the troops. I don't want to jinx it for anybody, but that's kind of how the game looks to be playing out.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you.
wow, you guys are really doing a lot of good. I just love the book, the energy, everything going on, and just keep up the good work. Actually, precisely, it just even surprised how different nationalities being represented here. That's to tell you the level of distribution and spread of the project. I, for one, am from Africa, so you could imagine I was able to meet one or two from Africa. So it then shows the uniqueness and the oneness of vision and commitment, and also to see the group always vibrant, everybody vibing, and the game. I, for one, let me just say what I put. I put 30% in Shaka, the other 28 in Shaka. Then my hope almost to the remaining one in Pop. So bidding for Pop to win. I just hope Pop win. And as a question, I would also ask, when are we expecting listing on centralized exchange? Are there plans for that? I know that it's going to be later on as we progress. I'm enjoying the moment, but I'm anticipating the future, of course, because I'm here to stay. I'm staying long in the day, and looking forward for Prof being everywhere. It's already everywhere because I've been the group. I'm seeing how everybody, the energy is so exciting. And I can't wait for by this time tomorrow to know who wins. I hope Prof wins. Thank you for the stage. Thank you for the platform.
Thanks, Honda.
Thank you, Honda. So I really appreciate your comments on the vibes in the community. I agree with you. It's a real positive overall. It's a very positive place. And so I appreciate your comments on that. As for your question about centralized exchanges, I'd encourage you, like Vias commented with the other question about the NFTs, go listen to the Twitter Spaces that happened on Monday. It's on Yordi's Twitter account. If you need that Twitter account, just ask us in general chat and we'll give you a link for it. But he refused to comment. I think the exact quote was no comment. So we certainly don't have any better information than what Yordi gives us. So I have no idea. I imagine someday Puff will be listed on a centralized exchange, but as of now, Yordi said no comment.
There's a question from Aslan from chat. He was wondering if there's anything planned after Chapter 6 and if Puff is still going to be around after that. So, Google, I don't know if you wanted to take charge on that question and we can add commentary.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if we assume that everything goes well and people are happy and we are acing and day by day we brand ourselves as being acing and we establish ourselves as being that, then I think there's no reason for Puff to end, right? And as you already mentioned again in Twitter Spaces, whether Puff will be a journey, season 2, or whether Puff is going to be something else and a beast of its own, it remains to be seen. But whatever we would build here, again, we're spending our time, our mind, our heart, our blood, sweat, and tears, as the expression goes. So it's not for vain, like it's not to not have anything at the end. I mean, of course, wanted to continue. And personally, guys, I see Puff, the token, as shares of a company. Again, I think in terms of companies, right? Like it's a CEO. I'm the chief operation officer, let's say, the chief human resource officer. We have a tech lead, and they're the chief information officer. We have the guardians. They're like our VPs, our managers. We have the community. We have you guys. So I mean, why would it's pub? Yeah, what can I say? I think PubsGo is here to stay, and maybe when the journey ends, we'll be up and moving, but we want to go to G and Z level, right? So, and I hope, and I know that most of you will be there with us. Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, do you want some speculation as well, or do you just want the corporate answer? Because we can throw some speculation in there if you want.
Detective JC.
I mean, you guys know that if you listen to the first AMA, it was kind of hinted at that there might be a burning of puff tokens for the final decision to transform the token into a utility token, or you can keep your puff and possibly get a reward. So if you want more information than that, I would go ahead and listen to the first AMA for puff, and then Jordy kind of talks about it in more detail there.
I've already started writing a screenplay. I just need to get Pixar and Disney on board, and we'll have a puff movie.
I can see that.
I'm definitely going to write a book about it, so we can make it into a movie. And you're the IP expert, so you have my back, right? My dragon back. Awesome. Thank you. Very fortunate to have you. Very fortunate to have all of you guys, Guardians. You guys know how much I appreciate you and platonically love you. So, and I want Pat is thriving because of all of us, right? It's not me, it's not the art, it's not the product, it's everything, the magic is everything. Together, we are more than what we can individually be by ourselves, right? Two heads are better than one kind of a thing. So, yeah, and we're barely starting. We're barely starting, honestly. It's very, very new. You guys are so early. And even if people think they're late, I would say this: you are never too late for the futures. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Okay. If we have no more questions, I think we can close this out. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes.
I think Senpai, when I question from Senpai, yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Beautiful. I just wanted to ask about mantle integrations. So I don't really know how Puff is involved with the mantle team, but I love the integrations with METH. What about mantle token, MNT? Are we getting any integrations for that in the future?
Right now, there's very low liquidity to swap for MNT in the meth lab, so I would not recommend doing it. Though technically the trade is available, you'll lose 80% or so of your in the exchange. And then as far as any official endorsement for Mantle, I think Jordy's been very clear that Mantle and Puff are not officially associated with each other.
Got it. Fair enough.
But I do know that we're expecting some announcements regarding partnerships coming in Chapter 3, hopefully, but certainly beyond.
That's what I was going to say. It was Genesis, staking, bonding. We can expect 4, 5, and 6 to step up again. So that's the excitement I have. Is that I guess it's going to get a little bit more complicated. Each chapter, but it's also going to get more involved, more exciting. I'm looking forward to be speculating about that in our next AMA.
Yeah, you guys saw that in the tokenomics. There's a portion for partnerships for a good reason, because we want to give tokens to other protocols. They can give tokens to us. We can have people get rewards. Now, how that will look like, how that will be, stay tuned for more. We will not disappoint, as we have not so far.
Suppose the follow-up question to that one is, when other chain interactions, is this just going to be a mantle thing? Has anyone mentioned that yet?
I mean, yeah, it's a mantle. Maybe Pop will go only chain one day, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, good. I'm just glad that I haven't missed anything about that yet.
No, and if you're in the Discord, you never miss anything. You never miss anything in the Discord. CryptoCounselor, do we have more questions? Biggie, should we be wrapping up? It's 12 minutes past the hour. But I am open to having another question from someone. I do like the engagement, and I want to hear your voice and, see what questions people have or what they want to say. So do we have anybody else?
I don't currently see any other questions or anyone requesting to take the stage.
So Biggie, take us off.
Yeah, as we close this out, we just want to, from all of us, thank everyone again, the OGs, Dragon Prime, the community. As you've heard, we're always working hard behind the scenes. We're excited about implementing some of the new ideas we spoke about today. And we have the Goldilocks game ending tomorrow, so excited to see how that plays out. I believe we have 2 more upcoming games that are going to be involving the blue magic tokens. So we can continue to have these discussions, maybe have another podcast next week at the start of the next game. We hope to have some continued special guests come on with us that we can interact with. So there's always that option as well. And remember, anyone who's listening who may not be on the official Discord, if you're listening to the recording or on YouTube, please come over to the official Discord and join in on the fun. We also recommend you follow the official X Puff account so you get all the latest updates. And all the links will be on the YouTube description for all of our socials, whether on Telegram, Discord, X. And remember, do not be a Morty. Don't click on any unofficial links. Don't get scammed. Don't get drained. Keep in mind, the OGs will never DM you first or reach out to you first. I see that happening a lot. There are a lot of scammers out there, so don't fall for that. Keep safe. And that's all. Puffies, thank you again from all of us here. We hope to see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the content and the interaction, and we look forward to continuing to build on this moving forward. Thank you.